Hi,
Hi,
happy fall. It's fall here in Idaho, and I'm Kathy,
and I'm Nancy.
and we're the So-and-Sos, and this is our third video, and we just want to welcome everybody. If you are watching and you like what you see, please like and subscribe. And what do you have to say about that, Nancy?
It doesn't cost anything to subscribe.
Nope.
So if you like what you're watching, subscribe.
It'll just let you know that we have a new video up when it comes up.
Yep.
So we have some people to thank for shouting us out. Brendan Laura, Brendan the Serial Starter, Merritt Crawford. We have Linny and Roberta the Sable Stitchers, Livia at Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, and I think that's all I know of. If someone else shouted us out that we haven't mentioned, please let us know, and please go watch all these people. They have wonderful Flosstube videos, so that's something you need to do.
Yep. All right, what do you want to start with?
Well, do you want to start with whips?
Well, let's start with the questions.
Oh, okay. Questions is a great idea.
Yeah. So we've gotten several questions about the embroidery books that we're doing, the monthly embroidery books. And it is underthegardenmoon.com. And if you go in and click on block of the month, it will have the sampler embroidery book.
Sampler book of embroidery stitches.
Right. I can't read backwards. And it's showing backwards on my end. But that's where you need to go.
Yeah. And we suggest that you get a pen and paper and write everything down, because we don't have time to put everything in the description box. We show so much stuff that it's just easier. We're going to be really good at holding up the patterns and making sure that you get all the information you need. But if you could just write it down, that would be perfect.
Yeah, because it takes. So my internet is not that great to upload.
We have terrible internet here.
And so it takes a minimum of 8 hours to upload a video.
That's an hour long.
Yeah. So to sit down and write everything out into the descriptions, plus, we don't live together, so we live an hour apart. So if I need to put something in the description, I'm having to constantly text her back and forth.
Yeah.
So
it just doesn't work out for us to do that. So if you just want to get a pen and paper and write everything down, that would be great.
We will try to give you as much detail as we can on everything that we show. So, and I will try to talk louder. I know people have mentioned they can't hear me. I don't know what the deal is, but I've turned my computer up the volume up as loud as it will go. So hopefully that will help. But I don't know.
You just have a soft voice and I have a loud one.
I guess.
So another question we had was on a pattern, and I got it several years ago, probably 10 years ago in Boise at the Quilt Crossing. I tried to contact the gal, and I don't know if she's out of town or what, but it's this pattern. It's called Halloween Jacks, and it's American Pie by Melanie Penny. And on the back, she lists this information, and I tried that phone number and there just was no answer. So that she just may be out of town or didn't answer a number she didn't know or whatever, but there is all the information that we have on this pattern. So I know it's probably at least 10 years old and maybe older than that. But it is a really cute pattern.
Does it have a copyright on it?
I don't know that it does. Copyright, but it doesn't have a date. But anyway, it's this Halloween Jacks pattern. And it's Melanie Penny. So you can try and get a hold of her and see if she will print some more, because it is a fun one. Okay.
All right.
What do we have next here?
Let's go into our fully finishes.
Okay.
Our FFOs.
You start. You've got one right on top.
I only have one FFO, and it was from this pattern. And I'm not going to take this out because I have the real thing to show. And I had showed the FO in a previous, but this is how I fully finished it.
Turned out darling.
So I wanted it just to hang like on a doorknob. And so I got some wool felt, and I used Lori Holt's templates to trace out a pumpkin and the stem and the leaf. And I just sewed around the wool felt and then just used pinking shears.
That's the beauty of wool felt. You don't have to finish the edges.
And I sewed the cording into the pumpkin when I sewed it. And then I mounted it on, there's batting under it, and it's on a piece of mat board. And then I just put some green trim around it. And then my math skills are not very good. And so to do angles and all of this was a guess.
I think it came out great.
And it was kind of off-centered down here at the bottom, but it's not at the top. So I just put this little charm and a button.
It's really cute. Very cute.
Some raffia up here at the top.
It's darling.
Just wanted something very simple.
Yep. That's darling.
That's on my FFOs.
That's your FFOs. Well, I have a couple little wool things here. I have this little pumpkin that is a pin, and I should have put a piece of something over the back because now you can see my crazy stitching. But I finished that little guy, and I made you one because I had two.
Oh, thank you.
So we have matching pins.
Wait, so what pattern was this, or just your own pattern?
It's Fall Harvest pumpkin pin, and it was a kit, and for some reason I had two of them. I liked it so well I bought it twice, I guess. Cotton pickins, and they just stitch up in about half an hour. You can have it done by the time you gather everything up, and the whole thing takes a half an hour probably. So that's that. And then I did, I forgot to grab the Jingle All the Way book. It's leaning against the thing over there. There's a new book out by Debbie Busby called Jingle All the Way.
Do you want me to grab it?
Sure, if you can reach it. It's just leaning against there. And when you pre-ordered the book, she sent along this little ornament as a free little kit. And so I finished that up. And Nancy's got the book. This is a fabulous book. And
we're going to do some projects out of it.
Yes, we are.
Once we start doing Christmas stuff.
It's got 40 different patterns in it. Yeah, 40 patterns for little ornaments, and then there's some quilts, little quilts. It's just wonderful. And this is called a stamp, postage stamp ornament because it has these little jogs out of it, which were a little tricky to cut the black. But anyway, I got that done. And then I started doing the festive fobs, and I'll show you that because I have some whips too, by Heartstring Samplery, Beth Twist.
That's a tongue twist.
It is. And then, so I stitched two of these little guys and finished them as berries and just made a bow and put a button on top. But they turned out really cute, I thought. Hopefully you can see them. But I'll show you the pattern in a minute when we do our whips. I think that's all I have for finished items since last time.
So we've had people ask about the stuff behind us.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
If we can lean away for a minute.
Lean away. Here.
This over here is my tomato display. And I have the tomato collector is the big one in the corner, and that is a Brenda Gervais. This little tomato one is a free pattern. Do you remember who that's from?
Oh.
Leela's Studio, I think.
I think, yes.
It's Leela's Studio, a free pattern on her website.
Was it on Instagram?
Oh, maybe it was on Instagram.
I think it was on Instagram.
Okay, so that's that one. And then I just made these little tomatoes that stack. And basically you just make the same tomato only with a smaller circle. All you do is make a circle, gather the outside edge, draw it up and stuff it, and put on your little top. And I just made them smaller and smaller, and then I made some little strawberries to go with them. So I pretty much just made that up. Then I have this tomato was a Brenda Gervais kit with the printed linen. So I made that up. And then I have a couple of crocheted tomatoes. They aren't great, these crocheted tomatoes. This is just a pattern off of Pinterest if you just search for a tomato pattern. But I wasn't doing them right because you're supposed to turn them inside out and then you won't get these big holes when you stuff it. This one was heavier yarn and it doesn't show the holes as bad. And there's a strawberry pattern as well, and they're free. They're just on Pinterest. If you just search for crochet tomato pin cushions, you'll get the patterns for these. And this was a kit from a store in Texas, and it's
Stitches something.
What is that called? I can't remember. It's red linen, and they send it as a kit, and you just make the tomato, and the pins came with it, and everything to finish it came with it, and you just made it into a tomato. So that's kind of all that. And then this is all a Brenda Gervais, my Brenda Gervais display, one of them. This is, oh darn, I can't remember. Quilt.
It's one of my whips.
I know, put us on the spot.
We're gonna actually, after the first year, we're gonna do
a tour of our craft rooms.
And we're gonna do some featured designers. And we will go into depth on these things. She's just showing them because
what's in the background.
Had asked.
And this is a little needle book by Brenda Gervais. This is a little thimble purse from her, and it's really hard to get the little metal thing anymore. This is called G Lender by Brenda Gervais. And then this is another one that I put in a chicken waterer pan and put buttons in the bottom. And those are all Brenda Gervais patterns. So that's what you can see behind us. That's a little yo-yo quilt. You just make yo-yos and tack them together. I think that's most of it. You've seen this drum. I showed that last time. This is a little needle book by Lottie Daw that I did. And then I have this, this book is an old Blackbird's pattern. And I don't know if you can get it. It was a kit and it was a limited edition. I don't even know what it's called. It's probably 15 or 20 years old by now. But it was fun to do and finish it into this book with Blackbird fabric on it. So that's kind of pretty much all that's sitting back here besides jars full of thread and spools and things and stuff. So thanks for asking about it, though.
All right, so
whips. Go ahead.
Okay. This was
or do you want?
Oh,
let's do finished items.
This is one more finished.
They're not fully finished, but they're finished.
Is that? Oh.
Because I have.
Yeah, because we just showed our fully finished.
Yeah, so now we're doing.
I'm lost. Okay,
finished.
So finished items. I finished the stitching on this wool applique.
That turned out so cute.
A quilt block of the month through Primitive Gatherings called Live a Thankful Life. And you can't really see, but I did finish the wool or the stitching on it.
That turned out so cute.
So, that one. And then I got these all in. I'll have them in order here. I have piles that are falling.
We have piles.
Okay, and then I finished this one. This is Thomas.
That turned out really cute.
By Not Forgotten Farms.
And how are you going to finish it? Are you going to frame it?
I'm going to frame it.
That's really cute.
I think he needs a frame. And
yeah.
I used all of the called for colors with the exception of there's a blue in here that's a really bright turquoise blue, and I just didn't want it that bright, so I substituted it for a not so brighter blue.
That's darling.
It's cute. And then the big finish.
Yeah.
I finished Liberty's Welcome.
Woohoo! And what fabric is this on?
This is on, I have the little ticket here. What did I do with it?
Right there.
I finished, this is on, it's called Vintage Sampler by Victorian Motto, and it's 18 count. And I stitched 1 over 1 on Ada, so 1 over 1.
With 2 strands or 1?
1 strand.
1 strand.
1 strand over 1 square.
Yep.
And it's using all of the called for, no it's not. I used the DMC, except for the blue. I did substitute out the blue for 9, this is like 927. The darker blue is 924, and then the red is 3777. But everything else was the called for.
It is really pretty. And you're going to frame it?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
It will be framed, but
That's
that was my big finish.
fabulous.
So I'll show you in my whips what I chose for my next Sunday
stitch. Okay, my finished but not fully finished. Here's another one of these little fobs. Oh, whoops. This is just a little sewing bird, and I have it. I think I'm going to do these in little tiny pillows. So I finished that one, and this is the pattern that they're from. So it's Festive Little Fobs, the stitching edition. And as you can tell, she's got, that's where the little strawberries came from. She has the pattern in there to make the strawberries. And there's the little bird. And so there's several of them that I've got going. So that's that pattern. And then I have to reach down here and get this pattern. Yikes. Okay, here we go. I finished the bee that I was working on, which is very small.
It's so cute.
It turned out really cute. I really like it. And I have a hexagon pattern that's just a little bigger, like 1 inch all the way around bigger, and I think I might do something with that. At least use the hexagon shape to make a freestanding or something out of it, or an ornament, maybe an ornament in a hexagon shape.
Do you have that chart?
I do. The chart's right here. It's Quirky Quaker Queen Bee.
I'm going to borrow it.
Okay. And it's Darling and Whimsy Designs, which is new to me. I hadn't ever seen their patterns before. I think I got it in Amana at the little cross-stitch shop. So
I have a wooden box that's a hexagon shape. I got it at, I think at Michael's, like in their bins up front. But anyway.
You think it would fit?
It might.
It's very cute. And then I did some wool applique. I finished this little gal. She's really cute. This is called Little Pumpkin Head. And it's an all through the night pattern. And all through the night, her name is Bonnie Sullivan, and she is Kathy Schmitz's sister. So very talented people in that family. This Little Pumpkin Head. And I have a little frame like this, but it just looked really boring to me. So I'm going to think of something else to finish it. You'll have to check with me later on that. That's cute. Thanks. And then I did this one.
Oh boy.
And this was a kit I got at the Little Red Hen. His whiskers are kind of weird. At the Little Red Hen in Muscatine, Iowa. And that pattern is, whoops, right here. It came as a kit, so if you want the kit, you can contact the little red hen. I'll move this out of the way. littleredhen.com, and they have everything kitted up. It's wonderful.
That is really cute.
Yeah, and they had it in just a primitive frame. I think I'll just have my husband make me a real primitive frame to go with it. And
that is
so there's
so it was
that.
that was a kit.
This was a kit. In fact, it says kit on the plastic. Kit. Okay, I think that's all I have that are partially finished.
So whips.
Whips. Do you want to start with your whips? You got one right
I've
on
got
top
a lot.
there. And this is for you. Okay, get your whips going.
Okay, so let me give you the stats on this.
Okay.
So for my Sunday stitch, Grandma's house, by the time Sunday started, I finished this the Sunday after we filmed. So
2 weeks ago.
Yes. So Sunday that we had, what, 2 days ago, is when I cut off the voting and I started on my next whip. So Grandma's house had 20 votes. Quilting Bee had 24, and the kitchen had 6.
Oh.
So this is now my Sunday stitch. It is called Orchard Valley Quilting Bee by Little House Needleworks. And this is where I'm at. Let's see, there is a right side to this. I figured that out because the stars.
Oh, the stars have top. Yep.
So when I showed you this last, I just had this center piece done. So this Sunday I was able to finish out the next part on that center. So now it just needs the brown borders that go on it.
That is so cute.
And the colors are just gorgeous.
They are.
They're so pretty.
That is really a pretty one.
So I'm excited to be working on that.
Okay, what did I do with my whips? Oh, they're right here. Okay.
All right,
keep going.
You want me to keep going?
Keep going.
Okay, my next whip that I pulled out is Halloween at Hollyberry Farm by Stacy Nash. And my Quilting Bee, I am stitching, I'm not sure the fabric color, but it's 18 count. And this one is where I'm at.
It's gorgeous.
And this came into my rotation this week. So yesterday was the first day I started on it. And when I started, all of this was done. And last night I stitched the rest of the flower border. So then the fence goes across here. So all the flowers on this side are done.
Those flowers are so pretty.
They are. And the picture makes them look, this is a horrible picture, but the picture in real life makes the flowers look blue, but they're not. They're actually in Carriage Black.
Blue on here too.
Well, they are blue.
Carriage Black is a blue. Huh?
I don't know. I'm not using the call for colors.
Oh, you're not. Oh, I thought you were. I was confused. I'm like, okay, what color are these then?
So I changed my flowers to look more like the actual picture rather than the called for. I'm using DMC.
Okay.
So my flowers are $9.39, which is a very, very dark
blue. It's really pretty. And what's the fabric?
This is called Witching Hour by Seraphim.
That's pretty.
This is actually not the original color.
Oh.
Fabric. So I stitched the house. I started this in October of 2020. And I had stitched the house, and the house showed up really well. And so I started, I finished stitching all this, and I started up here on the flowers. And you couldn't see the white stems. You can see them better in real life.
Yeah, they show up really well in real life, especially down here.
So what I did is I picked out those white stems, covered my house, and then I took Rit dye, and I'm not sure if it was evening blue or denim blue, but I diluted it in water, and then I spritzed it to make it darker.
Wow.
And then I took the Primitive Gatherings Antiquing
Mm-hmm.
spray, and I spritzed it.
Wow.
So you can get a comparison of the colors if you do this.
Oh, yeah, you can. Oh, so it was much lighter and grayer.
Much lighter.
If you can see the difference in that. Yeah.
Yeah, down at the bottom is kind of more what it is, what it really is.
Yeah, this is what it started out like.
Yeah.
And she put the blue on it here.
Anyway, so I did have to darken this up a little bit, but it is
so pretty.
And I'm not a Halloween stitcher.
Well, that's not real
but
Halloween-y.
I just love it. And look, the A, and then you get the B, and
Oh,
it says
boo.
boo. And you get to the E, and it says eek.
Very cute.
So this will be what I work on this week, and I'm gonna go up here and start this way and down now. So
what else? Oh, it has quite a bit of stuff left.
Yeah, there's still quite a bit. So I still have like from here over
all the way around, and then the little, and the lady is in here.
Yeah.
That's still glary even without plastic.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what I started. That's in my rotation for this week. And I'm hoping that these whips that I'm showing you, I have done by the end of October. That's my goal. To have them finished. Do you have any?
Go ahead.
Keep going?
Yep, okay. You're on a roll.
All right, last week, this was the one that was in my rotation. And it is Turkey Hollow Farms by Stacy Nash.
Houses it? No, it just Houses of Berries Chapel Road.
I think it's a series.
Yeah, Turkey Hollow Farm and...
Because my Miss Baxter was that
It was one of those? Okay.
Same series. I don't know what I'm stitching this on. I do know it's 18 count.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm at. So I am really
close
to being done.
And tell us the story about the gun that we decided to make up.
I decided to leave the gun in because around here in Idaho, on all the farms, we have critters that come
Coyotes, especially, and raccoons that eat turkeys
that
and
come
fox.
in and like to nibble on the turkeys. So he is just protecting.
He's protecting his turkey for Thanksgiving.
And I am using a mixture of floss. I'm using some DMC. The house is Whiskey by
Weeks Dye Works.
Weeks Dye Works, and it is the call for.
So all you really have left is that turkey and then whatever's in the corner there.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of this.
Well, and then when I was stitching this, I wasn't going to put on the outside border.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the very outside, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This little one.
And I decided it needed it, especially on this side.
Oh. Oh, yeah, with the vines, yeah.
So now, and so otherwise I would have been stitching it all along, but now I have to go completely around.
That's really cute.
So this will come back into my rotation, not next week, but the following week.
And you don't have much left on yet.
I think I can get it done.
Yeah.
So some of the floss is Victorian Motto floss. Anyway, so
very cute.
Turkey Hollow Farms. And then
you are a busy little bee. Go ahead.
And then my friend Jeanette.
Cheater.
Crafty Cottage Stitches texts me yesterday and she says, I think I'm going to start this pattern. Let's do a style. I'm like, okay, we can do a style. I'll work it in. I'll figure out, work it into my schedule, into my
rotation,
my rotations and everything. So this is what she wanted to stitch. Well, she started on Sunday and she had it done yesterday.
That style lasted a long time, Jeanette.
So anyway, so this is...
I haven't even started yet. Where the Bittersweet Blooms.
Yeah, by Brenda Gervais.
It's very cute.
And Lisa Abbey Needleworks is stitching it with us too.
She's another good one to watch on Flosstube. Lisa Abbey.
So this is where I'm at.
Oh, I like your needle minder.
So what I am doing, because I want to continue on my whips, is I'm putting in about an hour of stitching a day. I'll just put an hour.
Is that your morning stitch? Is that what you said?
Yeah. I'll just put an hour a day into it, and I'll have it done by the end of
someday.
I'll probably have it done in a couple of weeks. Because it is a super fast stitch.
It is.
It's not very big.
Well, the pumpkin's probably the biggest part.
And what I'm doing is I'm using all the floss.
That's
I didn't
called
pull,
for?
nope, I didn't
Oh.
pull any floss for this. I'm just
Oh.
using all the floss from Turkey Hollow Farms. So.
Okay. And what's this count? 18?
This is 18 count, and it's called Caramel by Seraphim Fabrics.
Very nice.
I had a piece that was just big enough. This is the same stuff I used on my Olga's stocking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a great one.
So.
Is that all your whips?
No.
Oh, okay.
Which I've been working on lots. Do you want to show some, or do you want me to continue?
Are you still on cross stitch?
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
All right, so the next thing I started just to see if I could do it. And I can do it, but I don't know if I enjoy it. So I wanted to try stitching on 25 count even weave 1/1. So I just picked this little, I think this is a freebie. It says compliments.
Yeah, they used to give them away at the cross stitch stores. If you made a purchase, they had little patterns sitting by the register that the designers would send out once in a while.
And I don't even know where I got this pattern. I just
It might have been Shepherd's Bush or somewhere.
Maybe. And then, so I bought some. I went to Hobby Lobby and bought their
Artiste brand.
I'm not going to take this out. It's 25 count Lugana in the color natural.
It's really nice fabric.
It is really nice fabric, and it's just too much for me. I think
1/1, really.
It's too stressful.
I love to stitch.
But this is where I'm at on stitching it.
You're doing fine. It looks great.
So I will continue, and I will keep this fabric and maybe do just something small. But I wanted to see if I could do it because I want to stitch some of the Prairie School ornaments, but I don't want them huge.
Right, they'd be really good.
And so I thought maybe this would work, but I don't know if I could stitch that much full coverage because they are a lot of full coverage.
They are pretty full coverage.
So that's something I tried.
I like it.
And I will finish that one.
Try
for
it,
sure.
you'll like it. And don't forget your little teeny pattern. Now this is 1993. And that was when we did 18 count Fiddler's Light.
Is that what that is?
Yep, that's what it called for, Fiddler's Light.
Oh, so that's probably, maybe this is Fiddler's and one's Fiddler's Light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, and it's just in a little tiny
cute
project
little
bag that I made. And then one more cross stitch whip. No, two more. Well, two more. All right, and then I've been working on this one. I'm making 2 of them for my grandbabies. This is by Heart and Hand.
2 at one time.
Yeah, I'm doing 2 at one time. So I'm only going to show you one because I'm at the exact same spot. So, because what I do is I have both in hoops. And so when I have like this color of floss,
just do both of them.
I did both of them.
Cute.
So.
It's a long, skinny one.
Yeah, it's long and skinny, so I don't know what I'm going to do about a frame. I'm hoping I can find something. But I want to give them, they're only going to be 6 months at Christmas time, so that's kind of going to be their Christmas present this year.
Do you have one more?
I have one more.
Ooh, a biggie.
I haven't actually worked on this week, but this will go into my rotation next week, so I wanted to show you where I'm at on it. This is Coming to America by Brenda Gervais, and I did order the complete kit when it came out.
And what is it stitched on?
It's 18 count Vintage Country Mocha, which is, the call for is Vintage Country Mocha, and it was either, I think, 36 or 18 count.
I have it on 36 count.
And so,
let's see. She's got a lot of it done.
So I'm really close. I just have a little bit here, and then the boat's
on the top.
The boat is at the top, so I'm really close to.
So see the little dresses on the ladies? She started up there where the little dog is. Right here, so then she has the boat to do.
When I stopped doing this a couple of years ago, I must have, I've got strings hanging everywhere. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'll tell you what, this has not been a favorite stitch.
I started and stopped, and I am going to take out what I put in, and I need a different fabric because my colors, I don't think I got Vintage Country Mocha. It's something different. They ran out before they got my kit done, and
And my
none of my
white,
whites showed
yeah,
at
my
all.
white is showing up really well on here.
Yeah, and mine didn't show at all.
But I think what made it so I wasn't enjoying it anymore is I started in the middle.
And so you did
And
words
so I
forever.
did all the words in the border, and that is a lot of green. And green is my least favorite color.
And it's Schneckly, isn't it? Or is it Oscar? It's
No,
Oscar.
it's Oscar.
Oscar.
Yeah, it's Oscar. And so I was so glad when I got down here and got some color.
Well, I started at the top.
And I have no one that came over, no descendants that came
either.
over on the Mayflower. So I think when I finish it, I'm not going to frame it. I'm just going to maybe make a bell pull out of it or something.
So you can see it, but
Yeah, but
not in a big old frame, huh?
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
So this will come into, because I am going to get this done. So this will come into my rotation next Monday.
Yeah, you don't have a lot left. I have the whole thing.
So the three projects, this one and then the Halloween at Hollyberry Farms and
your quilt one,
the Turkey Hollow, are my three that
and then your Sunday Stitch is the quilt one.
Right. But those three are my three that I'm focusing on for September and October to get them done by the end of October.
Very good.
So hopefully I can meet my goal.
So is that all the cross stitch?
That's all the cross stitch whips.
Okay, well, I'll do my cross stitch whips. I just have a couple. So first off, I already, all I have is the little bird. Where'd he go? Did I lose my little bird? Oh, for heaven's sakes. I don't know where he went. The little bird. Okay, I don't know where he went. It was the little fob. But this is...
Oh, you set it down.
Did I set it down somewhere?
You set it down there.
Oh, well. It's so tiny that it's not a big deal. This one... Sorry. Okay, this one is Brenda Gervais. I'm about to lose everything. We call her the hippie lady. It's Needle and Thread, whoops, is the name of the pattern. And I changed the dress to blue. Everything else is the called for colors.
Here's the pattern.
Yeah. And I got this part over here done. I finished the gal and got her spools on her, and then I started over here and did all this. And this has a ton of grass on it. So I've decided, whoops, that I'll put it upside down, right side up. I decided instead of doing all this grass, I'm going to do this line of grass that I started over here with all the little tufts of grass and go clear across with that, and then one more row, and then I'll do the words in a darker color like the brown below it, and then not fill in all that grass because I just don't feel like it. I'm lazy, I guess. So I just have to do the little flowers on the other side and then the little motifs that are in between, and that will be all done.
So pretty.
It's a cute pattern.
What blue are you using?
The blue was Chesapeake Bay by what are color words?
Is that the call for the birds?
No.
Oh, okay.
Those are Mountain Mist.
Oh, yes.
Weeks Dye Work. This is Chesapeake Bay by Color. What is that name of that? Classic Color Works. I knew it was 2 C's. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's that one. And then I don't know where my little bird went. He's so tiny that he probably fell on the floor. But that's all I have going because I finished all those other little fobs. And then I think that's it for my cross stitch whips.
Okay. Do you want to do quilt?
Sure.
Whips?
Since I have them on my lap.
All right. So I've been still plugging away at My Happy Place by Lori Holt. And this week I was able to get the applique block done.
Oh, it's so pretty. Wow.
So this one was a lot of work.
That is a lot of work.
It had a lot of pieces to it.
Did you do it all? Did you do it on your machine?
Yeah, I'm doing it on my machine. I'm just doing a small zigzag. I'm using Lori's method to turn them with
where
the
you
interfacing.
sew interfacing right sides together, put a slash in it, turn it inside out, and iron it, and then stitch it on.
So there's that one.
Alrighty.
And then I did the cross stitch block.
Ooh, that's pretty too. So this is all stitched.
Yeah, this
cross stitched.
Using cross stitch on her.
Oh, on her fabric has a pattern in it that you can actually cross stitch on.
This, you have muscle memory in your brain. This is not
14 count.
Well, this is not like I had to think about it because there's no holes that you go down
you just have to hit in
the. To think about it. So it took me probably one whole flower. Or I think I started down here, but it took me like one whole thing to get my mind saying, okay, this is how it works.
It looks
and I
really
had to
good.
actually photocopy the pattern and mark off as I did it because I could not.
Well, that turned out really cute.
It did. It turned out really cute. So this was this cross stitch block, and with the cross stitch block, there were 3 quilt blocks that I had to make.
So those are cute.
That one. That one. And that one.
Those are cute.
So,
and which quilt is this again?
My Happy Place.
My Happy Place. Okay.
So I have 4 more. So she broke it down into weeks. So I have 4 more weeks to do, and then the finish of the quilt.
Oh wow, so, you're getting close.
Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe by the end of the year.
Oh, you want to do your swoons?
Yeah. Go ahead and show yours.
Well, I made 2 swoon blocks. Mine are the giganto ones.
She's using the original swoon.
These are 24.5-inch blocks.
And it's by Thimbleberry. Is it Thimbleberries?
Thimbleberries.
Yeah, Thimbleberries.
Swoon is what it's called. So this one, I don't have a lot of contrast in, which is a problem. I'll show you.
But it will be fine. I think it'll be fine once she gets it into the whole quilt.
Probably, we hope.
It will be.
And then I did that one and I did this one this time. And see the contrast, how much difference it makes if you have really good contrast.
And this one calls for
just two fabrics and a background.
Yeah, 2 fabrics and background.
So it's an easy one. And then you've already seen these 2. This one's the red one and the blue one. So once you get them all side by side, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then show them your swoon. She's doing a smaller one.
The one I'm doing is swoon 16. And I'm using Granny Chic from Lori Holt.
Oh, these were Lori Holt fabrics, but they're Calico Days.
The original Calico Days.
Yeah,
you can't get these fabrics anymore.
Old one that I had for a long time.
This is Granny Chic. And these are starting to be hard to find. And then my background is just the background fabric I had in my stash.
It's really cute. So
I have 2 blocks done. And this one, I didn't get the contrast between this spot and this spot. If I had flipped the yellow
for one of the blues.
So, but I think it will be fine once you get it into the whole quilt.
I think it will be too.
So that's my swoon.
All right.
Do you have wool?
I've finished my wool whips.
I have 2.
Those are cute.
So I went into my bag that had all my prepped wool, and this one was one that I had started, and so I decided I needed to just finish it.
Yeah.
I belonged to this club a few years ago by Shabby Fabrics, and I actually had all the mittens stitched down.
Wow.
So I just needed to add the little
So each one has a little foo-foo on it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm in the process of doing. And I'm not doing the swirls like this. I'm just doing that. I don't think it matters.
No.
And then I'm adding little beads, and I'll add some beads onto the mittens. But look at my mittens are wrong.
What is your mitten wrong?
I stitched them the wrong way, or I put them on the wrong way.
Oh, with the cuffs at the top instead of underneath? Who would ever know? I didn't even look at the two together.
And then when I get it done, I have this piece of fabric I'm going to put on the back of it.
Cute. So this is Simply Sweet Wool Mats by shabbyfabrics.com.
Yep, and I think you can still get these kits through them. I just belong to a kit of the month, and I got one every month. This one is
January, obviously.
So.
Very cute.
And then my last wool one is, I got this all prepped. This is the next block that I'm going to do in the for the quilt.
What's it called again?
Live a Thankful Life.
Live a Thankful Life. That's it.
So this is the next.
That is so cute. I love that scarecrow.
There's a lot of pieces in that.
Wow, there are a ton of little pieces. Look at the corn and the apples and the wagon full of pumpkins and sunflowers and picket fences. Oh, that's cute.
So that's going to be my next one I work on.
Perfect.
Right.
Okay, where are we now?
Should we do the giveaway?
Oh, yeah, we have a giveaway. Woohoo.
Whoops.
Oh.
I moved the table.
And then we have to show our very first piece of Happy Mail.
Yes. Okay, so I am not going to stitch this again. I have actually stitched the house and most of the grass twice. The first time I didn't like the fabric. So I'm going to give this pattern away. Just remember it is been used.
Liberty is welcome.
But I take good care of my patterns.
Oh yeah, it looks like new.
So if you would like to stitch this, say Liberty.
Do you have that written down?
I don't.
Do you want to?
Yeah. And then the next one I'm going to give away is this one. Because I'm not going to stitch it again either. And just use the word autumn.
Okay, it's written down.
And we will draw a winner in our next video.
With the YouTube random selection, whatever it is.
Right. So just use either one of those words. If you want the Liberty's welcome, use Liberty. If you want the autumn skies,
by hands-on design.
Autumn.
Another question we had was about how we trace embroidery patterns, what we use, and this is what I use, and it's called a friction pen. This one happens to be a Pilot friction, and it's like Frixion, but it's pronounced friction. It actually has an eraser on the end. It is erasable, and if you iron it, it disappears with heat. So I have used it on several things where it showed and I ironed it and it went away. So it really does work the way it's supposed to work, and I really like it. And you can get them at Hobby Lobby in the art section where all the pens are, with all the other artist pens and things, and it's just called a Pilot friction pen. So before I forget, I will do that. Oh, and our piece of Happy Mail comes from Merritt Crawford.
Did you bring your thing that you won? Okay.
I actually won a giveaway on her channel for this adorable beaded little bee needle minder. It's got a little magnet in it. It is so adorable. She sent me that with this really cute card. And then she sent along,
that's really cute,
for Nancy and I, these adorable little yo-yo pumpkin looking guys with a little leaf button on a clothespin just to stick around. They are so cute.
That'd be cute. You could have done some for fall.
It would be. You can also clip them on book pages to keep your place.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so cute. So Merritt, thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. And I love my little bee.
Thanks. That was fun.
Because I have bee things. So that was our first Happy Mail. Woohoo! That was fun. Okay, now what?
Fall stuff.
Fall stuff? Well, do you want to
Okay.
show finished fall stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Do you have yours?
Yes. So
Oh,
we're
she
just gonna
has some good
show
ones.
some, just to give you some ideas about if you
Want to
maybe
stitch
some
something?
patterns that maybe you want to stitch.
Mm-hmm.
First one is by Blackbird's Designs,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And do you remember the name?
Casting a spell.
Casting a Spell. And I bought the box from Hobby Lobby and
Mm-hmm.
painted it. And I will open it up.
Don't lose your pumpkin.
And I just set some little pumpkins and acorns
This one
inside
went
of it.
upside down. There we go. It's adorable. I have one exactly like it that's hanging on the wall up here where you can't see it.
And I just made little pillows.
I did too.
Did you do little pillows? And I did mine on 14 count.
And it came out just right.
Well, they were a little bit big.
Oh, were they?
So then I dunked it in some really hot water and some more coffee. Well, I don't think it was coffee dyed. I think it was just fabric.
Oh, okay.
And so I coffee dyed it in really hot water, and it shrunk it just enough to make them fit in just right into there.
Yeah, in the instructions they have you kind of do this weird finish on a Jello box of all things.
Yeah, and I just did pillows.
And because they are the same size of those holes, but they're really fussy and hard to do. So I don't think I did pillows. I put mine over foam core.
Oh, that's what I did for these.
For like this one, and I like the pillows though. Oh, I put stuff behind my foam core and made it stand out a little because I like the way it stands out in a different dimension.
So, and
that's very
I
fun.
mean, in it, I don't know. I did end up losing some of my stitches when I wrapped it around to make it fit in there.
It looks really good
anyway.
though. That's a fun one to do.
was,
and it goes a lot faster. You think I have to make, 7 or 8 of these things, but they are so tiny they go really fast.
This one is also by Blackbird Designs. I did this a couple years ago. It's called Autumn Bouquet, I believe.
That is.
And I think I picked
so
my own
cute.
colors on it. And I have no idea. It's done on Vintage Country Mocha, 18 count.
These are Lori Textilis colors, Lori. It's beautiful.
And I haven't been able to find a frame, but Kathy gave me an idea, maybe just to make it into like a.
I think it would be a beautiful table runner.
So maybe that's what I'll do with it.
The centerpiece.
So.
It is really pretty.
And then the next thing I want to show is this. It's by Brenda Gervais, and it was the bonus chart that came with Women of the Mayflower.
Uh-huh.
And it's not called Harvest Blessings, it's called something else.
I can't remember. She always names them a different name than what it says.
And it has not been released.
Not yet.
But I stitched it on 14 count Vintage Country Mocha.
That's the perfect frame for it.
And I just found a frame in my stash. In fact, the frame was gold, I think.
Oh, it's perfect.
And
it looks like you painted it.
And I just painted it.
Oh.
And so it does have a little bit of the gold still showing through.
It is really good. Perfect for it.
So.
Excellent. Is that it?
Well, I have.
Oh.
Quilts.
Oh, show your quilts.
No, go ahead and show some of your stitching.
Okay.
And then I'll pull in my quilts.
Well, first I'm going to show this wonderful thing my mom made me. My mom's 91. She lives with us. And she made me this beautiful wool applique.
That is gorgeous.
And I believe it's threads that bind. Oh gosh, it could be Primitive Gatherings too. It's in a book. I don't have the pattern because she made it. But she did such a good job on it. And then she put this plaid on the back and hand bound the edge. And I put it out every fall because it's glorious. Turned out really good. And it's all wool. And it is really pretty. Then I have this little pile of stuff, and I do have the patterns for this kind of stuff, I think. Did I show these before already?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, these are kind of my Halloween. I don't do much Halloween either. The first thing I have is this little boo, and it came as a kit with this little metal box. And I got it at Pine Mountain. Is it Pine? No, Pine Needles. No, it is Pine Mountain Designs, and it's Pine Needles Quilt Shop in Utah. It's www.pinemountaindesigns.com. It's where you can get the pattern. And it was a kit. Do I have it upside down? No, it's right side up. Okay.
That's cute.
But it's super fast. I think I did this in one evening. Did all the stitching. So that's a cute one. And then I did this one. And it's wool applique. And this is all wool. It did not come in a kit. I just had wool in my stash to do it. And it is a pattern by All Through the Night, which is Bonnie Sullivan. And it's got a cute pumpkin and another cute cat that would be fun to do too. So All Through the Night.
I love his candy corn hat.
I know, isn't that cute? And the name of it is Itty Bitty Trick or Treat. So these two, like the one I have and this one, finished for a 5x7 frame. And then this one's 10x13. But that's a really cute pattern. That's a fun one to do. This little guy I saw on Pinterest, and I just drew a pattern really quick. It's just a cat head, and I just sewed it up and slashed the back and stuffed it and covered up my hole. And then I have a tape measure for the top, and then just a funny mouth with a dice for a nose. And I should put whiskers. Black whiskers would make it look cute. But so it's on Pinterest, but there's not a pattern for it. I just saw it and made it up. I thought it was really cute. This one, do I have the pattern here? I thought I did. This was in Just Cross Stitch 2021 Halloween magazine. So that's where you can get that one. And that one is a fun one. It's vintage. Yeah, it's on perforated paper, and then I covered the back with black wool felt. Whoops. And just glued some beads on there to give it some weight to be a little ornament.
That's really cute.
I like the colors. A lot of people are
starting to do a lot of stuff on perforated paper.
I'm starting again. I'm going to do some of those festive little fobs on them because I love the new hands-on design that she did at the beach. She has those little teeny, they're like 1 1/4 inch square designs, and she did them on perforated paper and then put foam core behind them and mounted them in a shadow box. And they are adorable. So I'm going to do that with those little festive fobs. This is one of the favorite things I have ever stitched. I love this sock monkey. And this is by Raise the Roof Designs, which is an old company of Teresa Vanette and Susie Reno. And this was a Halloween sock monkey. And he looks exactly like a sock monkey, the way you do the threads. It is just adorable. And I just finished it I dyed the pink fabric because I didn't have any pink. So I just dyed pink fabric. It's just, I think it's a 40 count cream Zweigart that I dyed pink. And then I finished it in a hoop and put this polka dot on and some orange rickrack with purple ribbon. So it's a little Halloween ornament, but I think it is absolutely adorable. I love sock monkeys, and I think that is so cute. Monkey. I do too. That my mom made.
My grandpa gave me mine.
Oh, fun! And this is a little one by Heart and Hand, yeah. I get Heart and Hand and Bent Crick mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people do. And so it's called October 31st. I just made it into this little pillow and made a slash and covered it with a piece of wool. And it has some beads on it right here. And then I just put this little old pin with some buttons on it. But I thought that turned out pretty cute. So that's October 31st by Heart and Hand. And it's available. I've seen it just recently. This one was also in Just Cross Stitch, but it was from September October 2009 edition of Just Cross Stitch, and I had happened to just save it because I thought it was so cute, and it just turned it into this long skinny pillow, and I had put a seam in the middle here, so I left the seam open and turned it and stuffed it, and then just tacked the seam shut again. But it turns out really cute, and it's a really fast stitch. So that's what I have for previous finishes.
Right, I have a couple of quilts.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't look up. This was a kit. It's a table runner. It's kind of a big table runner.
Yeah, it's really cute.
And it's by Timeless Treasures, I think. I'm pretty sure. Timeless Treasures.
It is really cute.
And
I
you
like
can find
it
it
lot.
online, timelesstreasures.com. It was a kit.
Timelesstreasures.com.
And their kits come with everything to make the quilt.
Even the batting?
Except for the batting and the binding. It even came with the backing.
But it didn't come with the binding?
It didn't come with the binding because that's fabric I have at home.
Oh, wow. That's kind of odd that it would have everything but binding.
Yeah, so.
Huh.
And I have another one that's just a table topper that's square. I've pulled it out the last 2 years and I still haven't made it yet.
Oh.
I need to get it made. So there's that one. And then this quilt is called...
Oh, this is darling.
I'm going to have to move back a little bit. This is called Hocus Pocus by the Pattern Basket.
You say big one.
I made this, well, it would help if it was unfolded here. Okay. We'll have to show you parts of it. Cute. So you just, and I use All Hallows Eve fabric by Fig Tree. And
it's just all pumpkins?
All pumpkins. Just different sizes. And then
the background's cute.
Yeah, the backing is just
pumpkins.
And I don't even know what fabric line this is. We used to have a really cool fabric store in our area that shut down this summer, but they would get, and it was very inexpensive, but it was good quality fabric.
Yeah.
And so that's where I got that.
That is cute.
So yeah. So Hocus Pocus by the Pattern Basket, and you can find the pattern on their website. I think they do have PDF downloads.
I can fold it. I got it in half here.
You can get, or you can order paper patterns. I like paper patterns. So. And then this one is also by the Pattern Basket. Let's see if I got it right side up. Nope. And it is called Pumpkin Seeds. And this I just used. I had some leftover fat quarter bundles from
I love the back.
a quilt I made. And so I just used leftover fat quarter bundles, and I did add some aqua into it.
That's adorable.
You can't get this fabric line anymore. It's
so every other one has a star.
No, they all have stars. Don't they all have stars?
This one does it. Oh yeah, it does down here.
Oh yeah, some of the stars kind of blend in, but
okay.
Yeah, they all have stars, and this was an old Cory Yoder fabric. I think
it's very cute.
But I thought it had a kind of a fall.
I love the back.
And then this polka dots. It's just an orange flannel.
Oh, it's wonderful. I love flannel backs. There's your little tag. Oh, cute.
And my little tag.
Quilted by Nancy Woolsey.
That's as fancy as I go on my labels.
It's really cute.
So.
let's see. The only other thing I think I have to show that I've been working on, this is called the Kriya shawl. And I got this from my friend Lisa Ingram in Texas. She's making some. And it's a tutorial online. And I think the gal is in Iceland or the Netherlands. Her name is Tina Thoradottir Thorvaldar or something on YouTube. But if you just search for the Kriya shawl on YouTube, it pops right up. It's a tutorial. You don't need to even buy the pattern. The first 4 rows, she goes through each row, and it's just tiny when you're starting out. And then row 5 and row 6 she goes through, and from then on all you do is 5 and 6 the whole rest of the shawl till you're done. So, whoop, there went my needle. Mine is now this big. I'll probably go about twice this big. I'm going to wear it as a scarf, so, you know, it doesn't have to be too much bigger. But the ends need to come around to the front, I think. So they need to be longer. But anyway, it's just a really easy, it's a V-stitch crochet. And that just means that you stitch into a V, and it makes the nice pattern. It's just, it's all double crochets, the whole entire thing. That's the only stitch you have to know. And she goes through the whole thing, and it's really a fun one.
What yarn are you
The yarn is from Hobby Lobby, and it's
is it the I Love Cotton?
It's not cotton. It's 100% acrylic, but it feels like cotton.
It's soft.
The only thing I don't like about it is it's fuzzy. In fact, there's a fuzz on my finger. And when you're pulling it out of the skein, the fuzz knots together and you get these great big knots. I've had to undo 2 skeins now and spread them all over the room to get them undone, and then roll them into balls so I can do them. And I should just put them in balls before I even start. But that's the only thing I have against the yarn. Otherwise, it's just really soft. So that's, oh, here it is. Here it is right here. Yarn Bee Stitch 101. It's acetate, not acrylic. It's acetate, but it has a really soft feel. And I'm using a 5mm hook. And so that's what that is. Other than that, oh, I do have one thing I wanted to show you. The other day, we were at the mailing place, and they have these mail tubes. And I grabbed one because they were really inexpensive. This one was $3.99. I think I paid $7.99 for one at Office Depot. But we grabbed this because there is a tutorial, if you go online, for a project roll that uses those mailing tubes, and they make wonderful, you just cover the ends with fabric, and this is my favorite sock monkey fabric, and you can roll up your finished projects that are finished but not framed yet, like my whatcha-ding-it here. All creatures great and small. Anyway, you can roll up your fabrics, and it keeps them from getting wrinkled or dirty. They're always rolled up really nice. So there's a really nice tutorial online for that. Vonna makes one, but hers is a different, I can't remember, she might use a pool needle or something. Anyway, you just roll it up and tie it, and it keeps all your projects in there. So that's a fun thing to do, because if you're like me, these are things that need framed that I don't have frames for. So that keeps them nice until I get frames made for them. So I just knocked a bunch of stuff off here.
All right, so should we go into...
Do you want to do fall things that you're thinking about doing?
These are...
Kitted up?
Sorry, my son just sent me a text.
Oh.
These are things I have kitted up, and I don't know when I'll start them, but just to give you some ideas of some different things. I have not pulled these out of the plastic, so I'm going to as
So
we
she's
go.
going to.
So this is what's
Olga's
it called?
Tart.
Olga's Tart by Plum Street.
Mm-hmm.
Have that all kitted up. In fact, I just left the fabric or the floss kitted up from Olga's stocking.
Oh, nice.
And that's what I'm going to use for it.
Yeah, I think it's the same colors.
And then also in the same bag, and I'm going to use the same colors, George Decorates for Martha. Also by Plum Street. So, do you want to alternate or?
Sure. I'm going to also start a Plum Street Samplers. Everyone's seen this one, of course. Cinnamon Stars. And I have it kitted up with the called for 35 count chamomile. And I have all the threads. So this is one I want to do.
And then this one is the Gather In by Plum Street. You will see Plum Street is probably one of my favorite fall and patriotic.
Yeah, they're good.
And I just kitted mine up with DMC.
That's really cute.
So, and then the other one in this bag is
because she can't get enough of these big houses and grass.
This is Gold Tide Welcome by Plum Street.
So that's in the Liberty Welcome series.
Yes, there's Gold Tide Welcome, Yuletide Welcome, and Liberty's Welcome.
And then I have Wicked Cute Kitted Up by Erica Michaels, and I'm going to do the strawberry. It's got this witch on it, and I have the fabric that's called for Nocturne from Picture This Plus, and then it's Weeks Dye Works and some DMC. So I have that one ready to do.
And then this one kitted up. This is called Patchwork Crow by Heart and Hand.
That one's really cute. I've seen it done lately, and it's so cute.
And just have the DMC for it.
My next one is Gardener Good Witch by Brenda Gervais. And I have the fabric and threads for it. I just wanted to, I took mine out of the package, so I didn't get the bad glare.
And then here's a couple of Mill Hill kits that I have. This one's called Hot Stuff, and it's
that's cute.
Cocoa. And then this one is called Tom Turkey.
Pumpkin Harvest.
And these are in their Autumn Harvest collection.
That's cute.
It comes with, they both come with everything. They have magnets in them. So I don't know if I'll.
For needle minders?
Or to put on your fridge.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Or if I'm going to make them into ornaments, I don't know.
Okay, then the next one I have is a Madame Chantilly. And this one is called Black Cat. And it's got this gigantic black cat. I thought the little houses are adorable, and the jack-o'-lanterns, and the keys, and the cat, and the whole thing I like. Some bats flying around. That's really cute. So Black Cat by Madame Chantilly.
Then my next one is Autumn Salt Boxes. And for some reason I don't have all the floss for this one. But I have the whole set. But I don't think I'm going to do all this stitching around it. And I think I'm going to do them as one.
Oh, that'd be cute. Put them in a row, horizontally.
Well, just these two in a row.
Oh, just those two. Okay.
But I'm not going to do, see all the stitching?
Yeah, it looks like a Polaroid.
Yeah, I'm not going to do all that stitching.
Okay. You don't have to. This is, oh, maybe I had to turn it around. What is it called? Something Halloween. It's in French. I think it's French. I don't even know if it's French. Cory Baticourt, however you say that. But it is the cutest little Halloween kids and a cat and a tree with some pumpkins. It says it's it's not Halloween without pumpkins. So I thought that was really cute. So I've got that one. Isn't that cute?
And then this one is Betsy's Autumn by Plum Street. And I have most of the floss for it. I'm a DMC user, so.
I have Olga's Autumn Stocking by Plum Street. I have it all kitted up. This is not the called for. The called for is Vintage Pearled Barley, and this is Legacy Linen, 36 count. But I think it'll look pretty on there with the colors that it is. It's kind of a brownish, greenish color. Gosh, you can't really see it, but that's what it is.
And then I also have Cinnamon Stars kitted up.
Aha.
The only thing, I'm going to use all DMC except for the center of the house, and I need to order some overdyes because I want to do an overdye. Or see if I might even have it. The color, I'll have to look.
That's really cute. Okay, next one I have is a Doreen Jones Halloween cat ornament, and I got it because I want to do these ornaments. You do it on a, I think there's a picture of it. It's not the chart. You do it flat, and then you fold these corners to the back and stitch the corners together. You fold on the lines, and then it forms this diamond shape ornament.
Do you watch Helen D?
Uh-huh. Did she make some of these?
I think she did a tutorial.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure, but I know she made something like this and she showed it in her Flosstube.
It has really good instructions too on how to do it.
But I think no, maybe she didn't do it. I don't know. Go check out her channel because she made some.
Helen D. Yeah, so these, I just want to try one of these. I've never done one of these before, so I thought that would be fun. So that's Doreen Jones Halloween Cat.
And this is my last one, and this is by Lizzie Kate, and it was a mystery sampler.
Do that one.
So it came into 3 parts, but it's not a mystery anymore. So it's called Spooked.
That is so cute.
So you get part 1, 2, 3.
So you have to buy all 3 parts.
Mm-hmm. And I got the embellished. I think it came with, or it has an embellishment kit. So I got that to go with it, which is just some little pie beads and
charms
and
buttons maybe.
And I am using the DMC for it. And I think when you buy these, you get a bonus pattern with them too.
Oh, fun.
So that's my last one.
Another one I have, this is out of September, October 2009, just cross stitch, and it's an old one by the Primitive Needle, and it's called Halloween Revelry, and I just thought it was really cute.
It's really cute.
The little witch and her cats and the little borders are cute.
Reminds me of a Teresa Kogut.
Yeah, it is kind of a more primitive Teresa Kogut. It's very cute. And then one more. Oh, that's not it. Oh, I know. I have, well, I'm going to start on this one with these other girls. For the Sal. That's Brenda Gervais, Where the Bittersweet Blooms. And I got some new patterns that I haven't kitted up yet, but that I want to do. And they're all fall.
Oh, I have more fall patterns. They're just in my binder. These are the ones I just have kitted up.
Yeah, this is on Pins and Pumpkins. This is an older Brenda Gervais that you can get off her website. I have that one. I have Broomhilda, another With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais, that we got off her website. This Witch Hazel sampler, which is an oldie but goodie, and it's another one. Her website is countrystitchesonline.com. And if you're looking for a Brenda Gervais pattern and you can't find it, go to her website because nearly all of her patterns are still on that website. So I have that one, and last one is another old one, and it's actually not fall. It's called ABC Pin Keep. But I have a collection of these little oil cans that I like to finish on, So I thought I'd get that one to do an oil can finish. So, is that everything?
I think so.
Well, we went past an hour again. Sorry.
That's okay.
But we'll be back in about 2 weeks. This one was 2 weeks instead of 3 weeks because I'm going to the Farm Girl Fall Gathering in Amana the end of October. I leave on the 26th. So we thought we'd do one now, and then when's the next?
It'll be 2 weeks.
2 weeks from today.
Oh,
so it'll be before I leave too.
Yeah, so look for us in a couple of weeks.
In a couple more weeks.
And then the reason we're doing it this way is because if we did it every 3 weeks, then because of her retreat, it would be over a month
before we got
do
back.
another one.
So we thought we'd do 2 beforehand and then one right after I get back.
Yep.
So I think that's it. So we appreciate all the comments. They are wonderful. We've had so much fun reading them and trying to get back to everybody. If we haven't, don't give up. We will get back to you. It's my turn to answer comments because we're videoing at my house this time. So.
Yep. And follow us on Instagram. I'm at So Cozy Stitching.
And I'm at Lounsbury Kathy. It's Lounsbury. And Sew a Smile. I have another Instagram that's Sew a Smile. And then I'm also on Facebook. It's Kathy Clark Lounsbury. And
I'm on Facebook too. Nancy Olenslager Woolsey.
Yeah. So if you can get those names down.
Right. And I'll put our Instagram and our email in the description box below.
Yeah, you can reach us at so-and-so's 2022 at gmail.com.
Yes. So if you have any questions about anything we've showed, you can ask them in the comments. Yep. Don't forget, if you want to either one of those charts to say
for the giveaway,
the keywords Liberty or Autumn. And
I think that's it.
And subscribe if you are watching and you like what you see. Subscribe.
Yeah, because we've got so much stuff. We're not ever going to run out, so don't worry about that.
And we have some good ideas.
Yeah, we do. We have some great ideas coming up. So stay tuned.
Right.
All right.
All right. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.